Mchezo wa siasa ni mtamu sana. The players of politics ndio wale wale. Wacheza siasa ni wajanja sana. Tukutane na politics na policies. Tukutane na politics za Mheshimiwa Meja. Anasema hivi, akifanya vile, anafanya hivi, akisema vile, na ni yule aliyesema vile.
Nani huyo?
Mheshimiwa Meja.
You issued a certificate of completion of that road, yet the road has not been tarmacked. With your own words, here again you are telling us you withdrew money from one Hapakule enterprise, one of your companies, that one of Meja's servants is a director, large amount of money, and the same amount of money can be traced to have been deposited in Meja's account. My question is, what payments were you making in Meja's account?
Hakuna deni nilipeleka kwa biashara yangu.
Biashara gani? What were you buying? Because the money the money was meant for a bridge, to construct a bridge. The money that you withdrew, deposited in a personal account of one Mheshimiwa Meja. What were you paying?
Mheshimiwa Meja, hiyo deni ilikuwa ya kitambo, nililipa kitambo hiyo. Nililipa kitambo wakati
Madam Mwamba is praying the night.
I think hizo pesa mnaenda kufanya biashara. Tunataka kujua ni biashara gani.
Hakuna biashara tulikuwa na.
Umesema hapa.
Hakuna biashara. Ama mmeshika jina gani? Mheshimiwa mgani? Mheshimiwa kushika mgani? Hakuna biashara tulikuwa nayo na
ile kitu anasema.
Anyway, we are not going to proceed with that. I think we have to pass this information to the relevant authorities so that they can take action. We are dealing with the wrong person here. You cannot be of any help anymore, Mwamba. We are sorry.
How?
You can't be of any help. My advice is you need to see a doctor.
You can talk to my lawyers.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you
These
mean?
questions are so many.
So even defining your relationship with one Mheshimiwa Meja, we need a lawyer to define such kind of a relationship.
So many questions. I don't understand these questions.
Madam Mwamba,
You just deal with my lawyers.
I think you are excused.
Deal with my lawyers.
I think Mrs. Mwamba thought she was going for a music festival or music extravaganza.
She thought we are here for jobs. Eh? No, that's stupidity too. For lack of a better word, I think we need to make a press statement.
Yes.
So we will join the press outside.
Yes, wasted our time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen of the press, thank you so much for coming. Na tunafurahi sana kuwa mmeweza kufika. We want to give you a brief of today's meeting, committee meeting that we've had. Is a matter of national concern about the tenders that were issued in the office of Honorable Meja as the chair of PIC. And we want to let you know that the investigation that we've got, we've managed to find that Meja managed to award tenders to his cronies and close associates, one being his personal assistant, one David, with a company called Nyumba Kumi Rent Collectors. Then another one was awarded to a lady called Mwamba. Madam Mwamba, who happened to be her campaign, chief campaign, the Women League, Warembo na Meja. So we've unearthed so many things, ladies and gentlemen, but we want you to be patient as we forward these reports to the PAC and to the EACC for action, and also as we table it in the House for necessary action. It's very disturbing that we can use public resources to award our friends, to award our girlfriends who have campaigned for us, to award people that we can manipulate, not to deliver that which was intended to, but to do things to suit our own interests. It's unfortunate, but I want to say that tutafuatana na na tutawacha. Tuta make sure that hii mali yote imeweza kufanyika. I don't know if Mheshimiwa Helen, you have something to say.
Nataka kusema ya kwamba hii mambo ya Meja kupea wamama kazi hawajui ni kitu gani wanafanya, hiyo itaisha. If there is a relationship, it should not involve public money.
Yeah, if hii biashara ya urembo na Meja hiyo wafanyie nje.
Yes.
Sina pesa serikali. Sawa sawa Mheshimiwa.
As you said earlier.
Yes.
Mwisho wa nyani ukifika,
yes,
miti yote huteleza.
Inateleza.
Na wakati huu,
yes,
miti yote,
yes,
imeteleza.
No, tumemulika. Yes, and everywhere he's going to go, we are going to nab him.
Yeah.
And nothing, we are not going to leave him. And Meja, I know where he is. He will start making unnecessary press statements. But for us, we know the truth. And the media, you are there, you know the truth. And let the people decide.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Unaenda wapi wewe sasa?
Kwa nini?
Huku you are a persona non grata. Unasikia?
Lazima mjue kwenye ninaenda.
Hebu rudi kwenye umetoka.
Kwa nini nirudi?
Mheshimiwa alisema hataki kusikia mambo yako hata kidogo.
David bwana.
Mheshimiwa.
Huyu ni nini amekujia huku? Na unajua venye amechoma picha.
Unajua hii maneno hii ya mheshimiwa umetuchoma ile hujawahi ona.
Mnafikiria?
Hapana.
Sasa wewe ni huyu nikuulize unapelekwa.
Wacha nikwambie hii stress yenu na mheshimiwa mimi sitaki. Mimi wacha kwanza mtanikuta kwa
wewe. Nakwambia aje?
Ambia mheshimiwa hivi.
Ngoja nikuulize aje?
Hata kunikataza hapa nitatafuta njia.
Hebu nakuuliza aje?
Njia za kutafuta kuua panya sio moja. Nitatafuta njia zote nitamwona.
Na ndio nakuuliza aje? Wewe mtu mzima kama wewe unaendaje kujibu maswali mbele ya TV kama mtu ajielewi, kama mtu hajasoma?
Unataka nifungwe? Wacha nikwambie.
Hata ukinikataza nashindwa ulikuwa umepewa kampeni ufanye nini wewe?
Hata saa hizi wacha nikwambie. Popote nitakapoenda.
Hebu toka uende.
Huko tutaenda na
mheshimiwa. Hebu toka uende. Hapa mheshimiwa hawezi kuonana. Mheshimiwa wewe
hata nikipelekwa kamiti tutakuwa na mheshimiwa. Hata ukinikataza hapa.
Wewe unajua unadili na nani wewe?
Lazima nitamuona.
Unajua unadili na nani?
Biashara zangu siwezi kuharibika lakini mheshimiwa nitampata.
Jinga uko nayo hata sioni watu. Wewe ulisoma kweli?
Wewe.
Enda.
Tumeona wengi, sio wewe peke yako. Nini?
Enda, mambo mingi hapa naona. Watu kama hawa. Mtu kwa TV mzima anajibu maswali kama mtu ajielewi. Mheshimiwa hata siwezi akajua ulikuwa huku. Watu wengine hapa.
Nani yule aliyesema vile.
Nani huyo? Mheshimiwa Meja.
And let me just caution them. Let me advise them. It is too early. They will dance themselves out of tune before the main time. I would advise them to tone their rhetoric because this is witch hunting. I'm not a member of the tendering committee in the respective mother ministries, the user ministries. They should stop Mheshimiwa Meja's phobia. Hii ni uoga tu. Hii ni Meja phobia.
Mheshimiwa, with all due respect, I would like to ask you, the viewer, to remember to send your comments to 22545, where we shall be receiving your SMSs and we shall read them on air. Mheshimiwa, your name is truly linked to these bank accounts.
I'll start by asking you, where is the evidence that it is linked to my name? It can only be linked to my business conglomerate. That's for sure. Because I deal with so many people, so many suppliers who source their materials, their input from my various companies. And I even don't know whether there's Madam Mwamba you are talking about. I heard she deals with spices. Remember, John, I'm an approved importer and a dealer of spices, with my bases at Kerala, South Kerala, India, Southern India, Kerala, the Cochin Islands, the 19 of them, the main source of spice. So there is nothing wrong for her even praising any other person. When you are doing business, you do with people with money.
Madam Mwamba was greatly involved in your campaigns as a chief campaigner. Are you saying that you didn't know her even before that? And even now?
Let us stop witch hunting. Wacha tuongee maneno substantive. Let us deal with tangible things. Sasa kuniambia alifanya campaign. It is true nilifanya campaign with so many people.
And you don't know any Madam Mwamba anywhere in your campaigns? You don't remember?
Do you remember? Do you think I can retain the name of those people?
How can you trust somebody to campaign for you?
Why is so special for me?
Because she's the one who has been awarded these tenders, and your name appeared as the one of the beneficiaries.
I think the best thing you can do, John, is to make an inquiry from the mother ministries, the procurement department, the people who have professionals who did that exercise of awarding tender. Otherwise, I've got no business to do with the tender. I have repeated it, and I'm going to repeat it for the uptick time. There is an elaborate system of procurement under Public Procurement Act of 2012 that spells terms and conditions, the procedures in use for awarding of tender. And I'm asking, am I an institution by myself? I'm being elevated to those status.
Mheshimiwa, recently we have seen the demolition of the major towers, and now we are seeing your name being mentioned in a report from the PSC. Are you trying to say that this is politically mitigated?
Recently, I've been subjected to a tirade of attack, very, very, very unfair and uncalled for attack.
Would you point
from my
fingers
political nemesis? John, I bought that land. I applied for application and paid the legal fees that are required. It was not under encumbrances. Then when you remind me of the laws that they have inflicted, and this case is still ongoing in the court, it will be sub judice. I do not want to discuss it further, lakini wataona. Wataona, hiyo watalipa.
Whom are you referring to ukisema wataona Mheshimiwa?
Even the ministry, the land registry, and the ones who sent the bulldozers there, they are the people in the first line of fire. How ndio how?
Do you think Mzalendo, Mheshimiwa Mzalendo JK is behind all this?
Let me tell you, Mzalendo is a novice. He appears to have spent less time in a political incubator. And I'm advising him as a political tadpole. A free advice. Let him come under my tutorage. Let him novitiate under my political tutorage and mentorship. And he can only ignore this at his own peril. He can only ignore this at his own peril. Otherwise, he will not be able. He will remain vulnerable to the vagaries and the fluidity of political reality of this nation.
Mheshimiwa, I hope you're not threatening one Mheshimiwa JK on air.
Why would I? Why would I? What do I for him? Why? Why John on earth? Why?
So why do you think the PSC is doing all this?
The PSC is gun on high.
Do you try?
They are working with ulterior motive. They want to even intimidate me because they are used to soliciting for funds, handouts from innocent victim whom they purport to sanitize. And let me tell them, mchana mchana, peupe peupe, if they are thinking of going to give them anything, they are mistaken.
So are you trying to say that they are corrupt, Mheshimiwa?
Wacha waende, who doesn't know. Are you a stranger in Jerusalem? Are you a stranger in Jerusalem?
Mheshimiwa, you didn't answer the question. Are they corrupt? Are you trying to say that the PSC is corrupt?
What am I asking you also in return? Unajua kuna swali inajibiwa na swali. Wewe ni mgeni hapa. Jerusalem.
Not my remarks, but the remarks of one Mheshimiwa. And as I promised before, I'm going to be reading 1 or 2 SMSs that you have been sending in our studios tonight. And one MCK, I believe that is one fan, a big fan, Mheshimiwa, you have outside there. His name is Mike. His initials are MCK. He says, Mheshimiwa, for 2022, Mheshimiwa, are you trying to say that you shall be running for presidency in 2022?
I will.
Of course, and another one, George, from all the way from Kajiado, is saying, kazi kwa vijana namna gani Mheshimiwa? And before you answer that, there is the final one that says, from one Kiongo, he's saying, ufisadi upo nchini, Mheshimiwa anakwepa swali. So, as we go on, Mheshimiwa, there is this issue of one Madam Mwamba. We want to agree that the PSC is a trusted committee, and they would not just come up with something just to taint your name.
Seems you are biased.
I'm not biased, Mheshimiwa.
John, you have already said they are trusted committee. Is that verifiable? Can you prove that?
Mheshimiwa, that process of vetting the PSC, it is a trusted process. That's why I can say that it is a trusted committee.
John?
Or are you saying if we had proof and evidence pertaining all these allegations, would you still remain with the same stand?
Now, if you have proof, why would I stand against your proof if it is verifiable and if it is something that you can show the public? Because there is nothing like that which exists. This is rumor mongering.
Mheshimiwa, you cannot fool a mwananchi.
How?
They got eyes and they know.
Are you purporting to be seeing on their behalf?
No, not so much, Mheshimiwa. But what would you say concerning a photo that was sent by one of our viewers?
Which photo?
Is this you and one Madam Mwamba on that sitting?
John, have we gone this low as a nation? Do you want me to comment on this shoddy work? Why did they even get a professional cameraman to give them a good photograph? The more I comment on this, the matter will become lower.
Mheshimiwa, that photo is believed to be one of your political sittings as you were campaigning.
In fact, if you look at this, it appears as if I was addressing a funeral committee. This is shoddy. It cannot even stand close scrutiny. This is on crayfeet.
Are you trying to
say,
Mheshimiwa, are you trying to say that that is not you and one Madam Mwamba in a sitting during your campaign meetings?
John, don't join a team, a losing team. People who are only there to masquerading as the angels of light, but they are on assignment for other ulterior motive. And the least I comment on this, the better. The least I comment on this, the better.
I would love to retain the photo,
and I dare them. Let them produce this in court of law. I will shred it to pieces.
Well, before we end this, Mheshimiwa, I would like to give you an opportunity so that you can clear the doubt in the minds of Kenyans. What would you tell them, Mheshimiwa?
Fellow countrymen, I want to thank you because this nation is currently going through a very tough and turbulent time. But I'm sure we will be able. And my promise is I will remain firm, I will stand firm, and I will fight for the rights of the voiceless.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa, for joining us in our studios tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you.
David, uko wapi? Na kuhitaji saa hii mara hii kwa ofisi.
Yes, Mheshimiwa.
Yes, Mheshimiwa. David, hii ni nini? What is this? Hii ni nini? Nakuuliza, hii ni nini?
Kwani waliweka kwa gazeti?
Kwani ulikuwa nataka waweke wapi? Mlikuwa mwahidiana waweke wapi? Mpaka jina yangu na huyu mama. Na nyinyi ni watu nimesaidia tu kusaidia.
Hata sijui niseme aje.
Hii ndio kunilipa?
Hapana, Mheshimiwa.
Hii ndio kunilipa David?
Mheshimiwa, hii si venye unataka unaona iko hivi. Sasa iko hivi. Hao wameongeza maneno.
Sasa hii ni nini ulienda kuongea huko?
Certificate of
ni nini ulienda kuongea huko?
Naona inakaa vibaya lakini sio hivi. Hao watu kuna maneno wameongeza.
David, angalia vile ile ripoti uliyopatiana huko. Mkiwa na huyu mama. Na nimewasaidia nikawasaidia, mimi sijui dunia inataka nini.
Mheshimiwa, wacha nikwambie. Akina kusema tu kweli, hao watu walitupeleka. Mimi walinipeleka mpaka kwa kona.
You of every other person.
Nielewe Mheshimiwa.
Na kule nimekutoa.
Sikupenda. Hao watu
mapipani
walikuwa na evidence yote. Kila kitu mpaka venye tulipeleka tractor na tukazikatolewa after 3 days.
Angalia yule mwingine anasema alinikopeshea pesa. Ni pesa gani huyu mama alinikopeshea? Since when? Mtu alikuja hapa akilia. Na yeye hata wakati alikuwa ananifanyia kampeni, nimemsaidia sana. Ungemuona wakati yule alikuwa anakuja kwa ofisi zangu nikimsaidia. Hata ofisi ingesindikisha kwa mlango na isimume kwa sababu hakukuwa na pali ya kitu ya kukuliwa.
Tulia tu.
Na sasa ndio anaongea vibaya hivi ati alikuwa ananikopeshea. Anakopeshea nani? Nyang'au yeye.
Tulia tu tuone venye tutadili na hii mambo.
Ni lazima niite press ndio tukanushe haya mambo. Hii ni graveyard. Hii ni kunipeleka political ICU.
I know it looks bad.
And this is an attempt ikikana mna hiyo without being addressed. It has a likelihood of making me to be a political eunuch.
Mchezo wa siasa ni mtamu sana. The players of politics ndio wale. Wacheza siasa ni wajanja sana. Tukutane na politics na policies. Tukutane na politics za Mheshimiwa Meja.